Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, which is about releasing tension in the practice today. So it's a great one if you want to do this class on its own. It's great to unwind from your day that you've had, but it's also a great follow-up from the first class that we did, the strength and flexibility, as it's really good for getting into releasing the shoulders and the neck. So grab whatever you might need for the practice, blanket, block. You don't need to worry about a belt, that's fine. So when you're ready, we'll start off first of all just lying down, coming down to a nice comfortable position down to the floor. And either extending the legs or lengthening out the legs. We're going to take the hands from here. Take your right hand and place it gently on the belly area. And your left hand can just rest to the chest. And really let your hands relax, shoulders nice and soft, chin just ever so slightly tucked in from here. And just start to be aware of your breath. Be aware of the body connecting to the earth. Start to be aware of any movement that you're feeling, maybe in the hands or in different parts of the body. You might be feeling it through the breath. And just take some nice gentle breaths from here. So as we breathe in, be aware of your belly rising right up towards that top hand. And then breathing in and out, softening around the top hand, all the way down, softening to the belly. Breathing out, let that breath extend from the bottom hand all the way into that top hand. And breathing in and out, softening around the top hand. Feel a softness around your belly. Couple more nice calm breaths. Encouraging the breath to stay calm and gentle, but bringing some length and feeling that really nice softness around the belly and your top hands. Just a few more in your own time, in your own breath. And feeling that you've really made a connection today with your breath. And the breath is there also to help to calm us. And we can use the breath as well to release anything that needs to be released. Last one. And then slowly releasing from here. If it works, going to interlock your hands, press your palms away. If it still feels good for the shoulders, let the arms move up and away from you. Pressing gently into the palms. If your legs have lengthened, you can press into the heels. And then slowly release the hands from here. Bend your legs, hug your knees in towards the chest. Just taking a nice slow rock from side to side. Just encouraging a nice release into your hips first of all. So we can store tension or tightness when we're fearful, when we're stressed. It sometimes just goes to that hips and the lower back area. So we're going to move into happy baby pose, which is going to hopefully help to release it. So legs are going to lift from here. We're going to open out your knees a little bit wider from here. So coming towards the outsides of the body. And you can either just drape, this is a nice one, to drape your hands around the back of the thighs. So we'll all do that first of all. Really let your shoulders relax from here. No tension, no tightness. Let your face just relax. And we're either going to spend a few more breaths from here. If you want to work a bit deeper into the hips, we're going to reach up, either holding up higher up the leg, ankles, outside feet, inside of feet, whatever works for you. Make sure that the chin's still tucked in and just let yourself ease into that really nice hip opener. And it might feel good on the back, it always feels good on my back, to take a slow rock from side to side. So just giving the spine a nice massage from here, which is really nice if you've felt a bit tight during the day. This is just getting into all those spots. And then slowly release. Release the hands, let the knees hug in. And then rolling over, all the way over to the right side. And we'll move up into a nice, easy seated position. So we're going to start off doing some seated work, and we'll do a twist with a little bit of really nice neck work from here, which is going to be great to release any tension. So finding a seated position that actually works for your twist, either legs crossed, or if you want to lengthen out the legs, no problem at all, just do what works. So we're going to twist towards your right side first of all, so taking your left hand onto that right knee, reaching round with your right hand. You can always use a block if you need to. Sitting up, take a nice full breath to breathe in. And as you breathe out, easing into that twist. So a little bit different from here. If it works, you're going to tuck your chin in so you lower your head. So it looks like you're looking down really towards that right hip. So you're getting a nice release in the back of the neck. And then slowly lifting up the head back to the start. You're going to still hold that twist, but all we're going to do with the head is slowly allow that journey for the head to move towards that left side. So taking it as far as it feels good for you. So just getting another release around your neck. Great one for releasing tension. We have so much sometimes tension around the neck, which can then result in back pain as it moves lower down. So this should be really nice for it. And then bringing your head back to the centre and release. Both hands onto the knees, sitting up nice and tall. And we'll do that nice sequence with the twist on that left side. So your right hand goes on your left knee. Your left hand's going to come behind. Take a real nice full breath as you do so. Sit up nice and tall. And as you breathe out, easing into that twist towards that left side. And just stay nice and lifted first of all. And then we'll do that one, if it works, tuck the chin in from here. So you lower the head. And it was if you was maybe looking down towards that left side of the hip. Just pause from a really nice release for the back of the neck. And then lifting up the head from here. Take an inhale, and as we breathe out, we'll make that journey again, letting your head slowly turn towards that right side. You don't need to overstretch, whatever works for you. Feel a nice stretch while we're still in that twist. And then bring your head back to the centre, coming back to seat from here. So you can either stay in that same position, or you can release the legs if you need to. You're going to do some nice work into the arms. And take a nice stretch up. Stretching into the fingertips. So we're going to bend your left arm from here. Let that hand drop back. The right arm's going to come over from here, taking hold of that elbow. We're going to take a few nice breaths, and we're going to turn this into a little bit of a side stretch. So as long as it feels okay for the back, you're going to start to lean, take a stretch, small stretch towards that right side. You don't need to do anything, particularly with the head, just maybe gaze out in front. And then coming all the way back to the centre. Have a nice stretch up with the arms. And this time it's going to be your right hand is going to drop down. Left arm is going to reach, taking hold of that elbow. Take a nice few breaths from here. And we're getting into any tight spots around the shoulders and the shoulder blades through this movement. This time the side bend stretch is going to move over towards that left side. So you don't need to work it too far. If you've got back issues, keep it a lot higher up. And then slowly coming all the way back. Have a good stretch from here and release the hands. We're going to interlock the fingers from here and take a moment to gently roll your shoulders back. Take an inhale, and as we breathe out, we can take a lower down or we can stay more lifted, depending on what feels good. And then inhale, coming all the way back up, releasing the hands. Going to take the arms out from here. We're going to work eagle arms. It's one of my favourites. That's probably why I include it quite a lot in my practices. So the right hands can move underneath your left arm from here. And either back of the hands or your hands can go together or fingertips can touch. take a moment to just try and think about creating space and just feeling maybe just this movement of just really stretching out into your shoulder blades area. So either staying here or we can take a release down with the arms, and at the same time you can let your head release down and moving only what feels good for you. So you're getting a nice pressing up into your shoulder blades area. And then nice and slowly moving all the way up from here. Releasing the hands, taking the arms out. And this time we're going to take your right arm underneath your left, so the opposite arm. And finding again what works for you in this posture. And then take your awareness to your shoulder blades. So just try and feel that you're just creating a bit of extra space. Use your breath to do so. Use your power of the breath as well to stay focused and grounded. And either stay in here or we can take a really nice slow release down. You can let your head release as well. No tension in your head at all. Stay there for a few moments. And use your next inhale to slowly start to lift up. Releasing the arms, let them open out. Take a nice breath again, and as we do so, we'll interlock the fingers. Nice full inhales. We roll the shoulders back and we either stay here, or as you breathe out, we can take a fold forward and maybe bringing the arms, lifting them up as the head starts to lower. And slowly lifting up, releasing the hands, couple of shoulder rolls back and shoulder rolls forward. So a great session today for really getting into shoulders, neck, upper back area where we can hold a lot of tension. So we're going to let all that release. So when you're ready, releasing your legs from here, and you're going to come into an all fours position. Spread hands, knees underneath the hips. We're going to work through cat stretches, and as we do so, when we drop the head, think about letting go any tension, tightness that you may be storing in the body. So inhale, tailbone lifts, front of the body and the head lifts. And as you breathe out, let the head really be heavy as you gently press into the hands to get some space into your shoulder blades. So inhale, slow breath to lift us up. And breathing out, rounding over, let your head be nice and heavy. One more, inhale to lift. And exhale, rounding over, maybe taking a bit of extra tension, pressing into that upper back. Coming back to the all fours. So from this position, we're going to work into our puppy pose. So really nice release for the back, but also for your shoulders. So thighs are going to stay upright. You're going to start to walk your hands forward, keep them shoulder width apart. And you can always use a block if you need to take your head on the block, or you might be able to bring your forehead down to the block from here. And if it's too much for your shoulders today, you can always fold both arms and take a position where you just support your head more from here. Just getting a nice space around the back, letting any tension, any tightness go. Let your breath be that thing that moves it from here. And then lifting the head slightly. You can start to move the hands back and just move yourself into child's pose from here. If you can, let the arms extend out. And then if it works from here, left arm stays down and your right arm just starts to take a lift up, just to get into the shoulders. And then take that hand back down, head lowers. Inhale, and as you breathe out, that left arm can lift just a little way. And then exhale, lower, heads down. Do it one more each time. So breathing out, right arm lifts. And then lowers, inhale. Breathing out, that left arm lifts and lowers. Bring yourself back to the all fours position from here. Nice spread hands. Going to keep your left arm down. You're going to inhale, you're going to raise that right arm. Exhale, lower that down. So you can take an inhale as you lift your left arm. and exhale, lower. One more on that right side. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. One more over to that left side, and then exhale, lower. Going to tuck your toes under, come up into your downward dog pose. Taking some weight gently back into your sit bones. And then from here, you're going to bend your legs, a really generous, deep bend from here, so that you can get all into those back muscles. Let that back really spread. Feel a lovely release across your shoulders and your shoulder blades from here. Just visualise any tension, any tightness, just slowly being released from your body. You're going to take a slow walk with your feet towards your hands. Hands on the hips, and we'll lift up from here. We'll come all the way up to standing. A few nice breaths, shoulders nice and relaxed. Just pause for a moment. Just notice your feet in contact with the earth. So we're going to work through some really nice, a nice forward bend Uttanasana movement, but with our hands behind our head. So if you've got any back issues going on, please just take your hands on the hips so that you support your back a bit more. So you want your feet hip distance apart, and you can interlock the fat hands and take them behind the back of the head. And you can just open up and just get into your chest and the heart a little bit. So you can take a nice full breath, and as you breathe out, soften the nose, and you're going to start to come forward from here. And you're going to continue to breathe until you find that forward bend that works for you. And then you're using your hands, they're not forcing anything, they're just easing out any tightness in your neck. So we're going to come up by bending our legs, drawing into the navel, coming up, and it might be a bit like you was going to do chair pose first of all, and then lifting all the way up to standing. Inhale, and as you breathe out, release the arms. Let any tension, any tightness release out through your fingertips. So we'll do one more like that again. It's a really nice movement to do. It's a slow, focused, tension-releasing movement. Take a nice inhale. You might arch the back slightly, only if it feels okay. And then as you breathe out, you're softening the knees. You're starting to hinge forward. You're going to keep breathing as you let the spine release bit by bit. And you're letting your hands just ease into that weight of that head, stretching gently through the sides of the neck. You're going to bend your legs first of all before you come up. You're going to slowly start to come up as if you was going to come into chair pose. And then slowly lifting all the way up. You can take a nice full breath from here. And then as you breathe out, releasing the arms down by the sides of the body. From here, we're going to step our feet nice and wide into a really nice releasing forward fold. We're going to add a nice twist while we're here. So you can turn big toes in ever so slightly if it works for you, or just make sure feet are forward. Hands on the hips. I'm just going to move back slightly so I can demonstrate what we're going to do in the twist. So you're going to lower yourself all the way down to the floor in your forward fold from here. Take a few nice breaths. And then you're going to take your hands just out in front from here, shoulder width apart. Take a few nice, easy breaths. So from here, with your right hand, move it closer, a little bit closer in towards the centre. Your left hand's going to take hold of that right leg so it moves across. And you ease into a really nice twist from here. If you need to come up higher for the back, absolutely fine. And then slowly come back to the centre. So we'll work the other way, so your left hand can move in slightly to the centre. Your right hand's going to come underneath and take hold of that leg. That might be enough, or you might be able to just find a really nice twist as you start to move under that left arm. And then slowly coming back from here. You're going to walk your hands back, soften into the knees, hands on the hips, and slowly lifting up. Heel toe your feet back, And just take a moment to come back to your standing position. Take a nice inhale, raising the arms, looking up. Soften the knees, breathing out, easing into our forward fold, nice heavy head. Take a nice inhale, coming up halfway to look up. And let everything release and relax as you come back down. Slowly bending the legs, and you're going to come back down to the floor. We're going to finish off in a forward fold. So Paschimottanasana, legs nice and extended. You can bend your legs if you need to, or put blankets underneath the legs if they're feeling particularly tight. Inhale, going to lift up from here, and as we breathe out, we're hinging forward. And we're finding a position where it's going to feel really nice for our back. Any pain, any discomfort, then just move, ease out of the posture so that we can encourage yourself to relax without any tension creeping into the back. Just take a few calming breaths here. And with every exhale, just softening a little bit more. And then slowly lifting up the head, easing up, coming all the way back up. And just for a moment, bending our legs from here. We're going to finish off a few minutes of our Nadi Shodhana, so alternate nostril breathing. If you want to visualise it, if you don't actually want to close off the nostrils, then just keep the hands down, visualise it. But if it feels okay, right arm's going to lift. Thumb's going to be closing off your right nostril. And your ring finger is going to be closing off the left. Other two fingers, first finger and middle finger, can either rest on the forehead or you can tuck the hands in. So we're going to close off the right nostril, and as we breathe in, you're going to breathe in through that left nostril. You're going to just gently take both nostrils, close them, and then open the right and breathing out through the right. You're going to breathe in through the right nostril. Close the right nostril, pause, open the left and breathing out through the left. Breathing in through the left. Close the left, pause, open the right and breathing out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close the right, pause, open the left, breathing out through the left nostril. Breathe in through the left. Close the left, pause, open the right, breathing out through the right. Breathing in through the right. Close the right, pause, open the left, breathing out through the left. Releasing the hands. Just take a few really nice natural breaths now. And feel that balance that you've created, especially with that breathing and the postures today. And feel that you've released a bit of tension, a bit of tightness that you may have been storing physically in the body. Or anything mentally that maybe you've been holding on to something and you've been able to release it in today's practice. Without disturbing the body, rolling yourself all the way down to the floor. Allowing our legs to lengthen, arms resting down by the sides. Make sure that the feet are nice and wide as your mat. And the arms down by the sides of the body. Let your fingers soften, let your hands soften. Feel the weight of your right leg. Feel the weight of your left leg. Feel the weight of both legs. And just feel now some lightness in both legs. Feel the weight of the right arm. Feel the weight of the left arm. Feel the weight of both arms and feel the lightness coming into both arms. Just letting your shoulders soften, rib cage relaxed. And feel what it feels like to just be more relaxed, what relaxing feels like to you. Once we know what it feels like, we can invite more of it into what we're doing, into just everyday life things. Spend a few more moments, just let yourself pause, be there with the breath. No expectations, no judgment, just simply allowing ourselves to be. If you wish to rest longer, then rest as long as you like. But if you're ready to move, connect with the breath again. Wriggle fingers, wriggle toes, let the arms have a gentle stretch behind us. And then bending the arms, let them come back down. Let your legs start to bend, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Gentle rock from side to side. And just roll over onto the right. Slowly ease your way up into a nice, easy seated position. Just pause for a couple of moments. Just feel what stillness, what calmness, what peace feels like for you. Know that it's always there, it's always within us, it's always within reach. We just need to sometimes reconnect again to find it. Let your hands come together, bring your hands in towards the heart. Seal your practice by bowing your head down, connecting the mind with the body, the spirit and the breath. Eyes softly blink open. And inhale, lift your head, lift your heart. Namaste. I hope that you feel more tension-free and continue to release that tension into the rest of your evening or the rest of your week. Namaste.